world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carney to do the honors. And here we go from L.A. Tucker now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
Second down.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Finds him on the slant. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short. The Cardinals out for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the set.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey! Rams, go, go!
Looking to throw, Taylor. That's him on a quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready, ready! Hawks 70, Hawks!
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Cards bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down.
Ready! 60! Ready,
Short throws dropped. This one's incomplete. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Play action with Rourke. Flushed out of the pocket. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
2nd and 3 now. Play fake, it's Rourke. Throw left side, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Benson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Rams.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the Arizona touchdown.
Complete to Trey McBride.
The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Cardinals go to the dime look here. 3rd down.
Come on. Hey. 19, 18.
To the air on 3rd and long. He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Williams now on 1st and 10. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. So 20 yards on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop it.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Taylor. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Look at that power, deep left side. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a 1-point game. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams tie this game 7-7.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. This is Knight with the return here. Making some progress here. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Rourke to throw. Escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
3rd and long for him here. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A pickup of 17. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Benson on 1st and 10. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with.
18 Cardinals.
Rourke out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
All set to go now from the 35.
Hawk 70.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
13 yards. First down, Arizona.
Here we go, set. Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rourke. Completed over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Ready.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run here following the penalty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to 60.
Rourke from the gun. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Samuel now to return it. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And finds Adams downfield. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 on the 29-yard line.
Viking 18.
1st down, play action. Connects with Adams again. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Get it!
They stay on the ground with Williams. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. Now he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
19.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Now it's Taylor. Brings it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down now, ball at the 33. To throw, Rourke. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Rourke. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
I love that play. And that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Shotgun now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Back to throw. Rourke. Called in. Again, it's McBride. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
At the Rams' 43-yard line.
On the ground, this is Knight. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Rourke to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dax Hill. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air, Taylor. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives them in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
He'll throw it. It's on target to Williams. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Samuel now to return it. And That's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's Taylor. Hits him on the out route. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 32.
Hey. 18 card.
Here's Taylor to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42.
Come on. Set. Cowboy X.
Straight ahead with Williams. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Go! 70 Lions. Hey. Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
60 Bison.
Third down from the gun. He gets it to Fant. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
On the ready.
First and 10 from the 43.
Ready. 68, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
Set up the screen. Here's Nakua. And he's taken down at the 30.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Now a pause for an injury. Hopefully nothing serious because it is receiver Jamison Williams who's being attended to. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Tag! Viking 18! Let go!
Now it's Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf.
Taylor now. Cut near the goal line. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2. deep. Oh, Samuel, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Now this kick, I think I might have been able to kick that one. Not good at all. It's out of bounds. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll work this one out to the 28. Michael McFadden able to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Play fake, it's Rourke. Bails out of the pocket quick. Into the hands of Harrison. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Now quick to the left, it's caught. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. It's Knight on the carry, and he'll get them enough for a first down. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Arizona.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals tie this game at 21. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Samuel now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor. Buys time, rolling right. Taylor hit and the ball is loose. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
They keep the football, but now they face second and long.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing, Taylor. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Ready. Let's go. Sixty Maverick.
Here he goes, third and long. Nakua here, he's got it! And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42.
Here we go, Scott.
Throwing off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Second and 16 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw, Taylor. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Third and long for him here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Rams are set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He's got it at the 24. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10.
19 Tiger.
Shotgun now for Rourke. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Rourke from the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's go.
They send him left out of the slot. They give here to the motion man. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Josiah Stewart there to make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, Rourke. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Track 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll throw. Third and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Man in motion here. Rourke out of the shotgun. Caught, nice gain left side. He does it! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals take a fourth-quarter lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Samuel now to return it. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23.
The Rams take over first down camp at their own 23-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80. Back left, no push, no push. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That finds Adams downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
23 yards.
They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them
46-yard
chains!
line.
Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go play action on first down. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Ready up.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack.
Come on, sack. Cowboy 80.
To the air, Taylor. Look at that power, deep left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
So first down from the 41. Now Rourke to throw. Left side into the hands of McBride. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 70 Lions.
Motioning him from the slot right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Rams 21.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Samuel now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Mustang, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Working quickly here.
And the Rams 1st down.
Here's Taylor to throw. Drops this one down here for Williams. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Rams 1st down.
Now it's Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Taylor. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready?
Taylor now. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Rams.
1st down, play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
60 by...
Here he goes, third and long. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
That's good for a Rams.
Taylor. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. Ball still on that 34-yard line, second and 10. Once more, it's Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Set up. Go.
Throwing on third, Wilson. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Cardinals will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
Now Knight. And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we reach the 2-minute warning. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Ready? 70 Lions. At the 60. At the 60.
They're going to pass it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing third and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. 19 Lions.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. Third and long for him here. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. He's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
brings up
Wilson now from the gun.
at the 46-yard
He's got his man again. It's Adams. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the
First down throw from Wilson. Catch made right side by Nakua. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Rams first down.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over.
Touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
35. Rams 29.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And this will be recovered by the Cardinals. That ought to do it for us here.
Okay, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. This is Knight. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Running is Knight. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. 70-10
They put a receiver in motion right. They give here to the motion man. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the first down. This game is over.
First down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on